It is an all-new Drinks to Words by. And really excited about this show. It's we've done a few shows now with some guests, but it's always nice to get caught back up with just us, see how it's going.
How it all began.
Exactly. In this all-new Drinks to Words by. I'm excited because I accidentally did homework for the show, and I bought a bottle of what we're drinking. So what are you drinking?
I am currently partaking of let me see if I can get this in camera. Sierra Nevada Big Little Thing IPA. It's an Imperial IPA. It's a 9% beer.
Oh, wow. Where'd you get that at?
Mm-hmm. At the 7-Eleven right by my place. It's weird. I hate that not every 7-Eleven has them. And they're cheap. I get 2 of these 16-ounce cans at 9% for less than $5. It's a bargain.
Yeah. That's great. I myself purchased. I was going to the store. I went to go get a bottle of wine for my sister because we were having dinner, and she's like, "Oh yeah, bring a bottle of wine." So I didn't want to. Usually, I like to go to the grocery store to get my bottle of wine, but I was in a pinch, and I went to this place called Freeway Liquor right here in West Covina. I frequent it. It's one of my favorite places to go. You have West Covina Liquor, or is that what it's called?
Yes, West Covina Liquor. That's that's kind of my go-to because I think they just kind of have a very nice selection.
Yeah, and I go to Freeway Liquor, and then of course sometimes the liquor that is right by the Cove. I go to that one too from time to time. But I was there to go get some wine, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to buy me a bottle of something for the show. So I'm perusing the aisle, and there I see it, and I couldn't believe that this is an actual thing. But this is Ron Burgundy's actual scotch. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe that this existed.
Can we make that the new El Scotcho?
Oh, I don't know, because the El Scotcho is already amazing as it is. So, and too, Ron Burgundy has his own scotch. So I was like, this is cool. I'm like, this is cool from so many standpoints. From a fan of Ron Burgundy, it's cool because we see the movie and he's there, and his whole thing is drinking scotch. So I'm like, oh, let me finally taste what he thinks scotch should taste like. And I think it would be just a good, fun gift to like any party that you go to when they're like, oh, bring a bottle of something, and then you're like, oh, let me bring a bottle of, Ron Burgundy scotch. So
yeah, that would, like, even if you don't drink scotch, you would still appreciate that bottle. Yes, that is a gift worth giving. How is it?
It's good. It's good.
Is it?
Yeah, I would say on a scale of, 1 to 10, it's a solid 7.9. It could be an 8. This is definitely like if you're into Black Label, but you don't want to spend Black Label money. This is and really affordable. This is like $24 for a bottle.
Where did you get this again? It was a Freeway Liquor?
Yeah, Freeway Liquor right there in West Covina, right before the entrance to the freeway. Hence, Freeway Liquor.
Hence.
Yeah. Yeah. So I highly recommend it for anybody. Do you have anything like that now? That like where you're like, oh, let me pick up a bottle of something, but you want it to be fun.
No, I'm two ends of the spectrum. I'm either I go for what's cheap and affordable, or I go for the gusto and what I really want. Like I said, I've drank upper echelon whiskeys and all that stuff, but times are tough. So Jim Beam or fucking some Wild Turkey is gonna do it for me. But I if I can, or we feel splurgy, we'll get the bottle of Whistle Pig. So we'll do the Whistle Pig me and her really enjoy the 12-year together. I like my 10-year. So yeah, I'm like either really high or really low.
Yeah.
Sometimes in the middle.
Oh man. Don't mind me. I'm just checking something out really quick as we continue this drinks to words by. Yeah. Oh, we never got into this topic, and you reminded me about this, at the end of the last show with Marcus. But how did you finish that Empress gin?
I did. It was quite tasty. Actually, you know what? I didn't. Now that I think about it, I actually left some for you. I have some Empress gin left for you. I finished the other gin. This is all I have today. I am down. This is my only alcoholic drink. I saved it for this show. Trying to come back.
Yeah,
because I've been working out so much and stuff. Like they reopened the gym, so I've really been pushing myself to get in shape. I was pretty proud of myself. I actually got up to 225 once.
I was pretty proud of myself too. I went to the gym and I finally did 45 plates on each side. So I worked my way. It's been 3 weeks since I got the gym membership. And to already be at 45s, I was doing 45s with 35s on each side. That was like my max that I was doing before COVID hit. But obviously, I'm building myself back up to that. So
yeah, no, that's good. Yeah, my goal is to be able to do the 240, the 225, the 2 plates on each side, 245s, 10 times by my 41st birthday. I want to get back to that where I can get it up 10 times.
All right, let's see if that can happen. I want to do 2 plates on each side. I think that would be kind of cool.
Yeah.
Hopefully, it's in my future.
It's really funny that's like the man measure of lifting. Like, can you get up 2 plates? Like, I'm lifting 2 plates. When in reality, it doesn't mean anything. It's just for yourself, because you're never in a position where you have to lay on your back and pick up 225 pounds. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Not only that, but like every time I go to the gym, I'm always fascinated with the one rule that always gets broken, which is, re-rack your weights.
Oh yeah, that's the worst.
But everybody tends to have that agreement that 45 pounds, as long as there's 45 pounds on each side, that's doable for everybody. Like they'll leave those plates there and be like, well, that's the standard here.
That's the starting point. Everybody that's the minimum. Like, okay, I'm sorry.
Meanwhile, I'm like, where are the 25s? Like I gotta redo this. I've been like super fascinated with gym bags, because everybody that goes to the gym, I see them with this huge gym bag, and I'm like, what is in this gym bag? Are you like Felix the cat? Like, what's going on in here? What are you keeping in there? Why is it so important to always have this massive bag, like, walking around? It's I don't know what it is. I'm just like fascinated. I'm just like looking at people and like, what is in that bag? Hopes, dreams, like powders?
Yeah, because you really don't need to carry it all with you unless you were like walking to the gym. But even then, it's everything that you could have done. What do you really need at the gym? Your fucking headset, maybe a bottle of water, and a towel. Tops. That's all you really need in the gym. The gym is providing everything else for you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Some people just go above and beyond, and I've been very adamant about wiping everything that I use before and after, trying to be super clean for everybody so that they don't reclose the gym. But there have been a couple people that like, I haven't got to the point where I've said anything, but it's like, you could have just wiped it down. You couldn't, take the little extra time, wipe it down. Gross.
Yeah, I get really adamant about that too. One thing, I'm trying to, Your shoes. There was no other way to get to this, but like I was like your shoes. I noticed that you think your shoe makes you feel old now. Is that the new status symbol of how old we are? What shoes you wear?
Yeah. The New Balance. Did you not see the thread? Now I haven't bought the New Balance. I actually got the insoles, the Super Feet ones. So those have been helping. But yeah, I mean, I know that whenever I saw somebody, because New Balance didn't have like a cool design. It was like the shoe that the old man would wear because he had to. And now it's like when my doctor told me that, I was like, son of a bitch. Am I there? Am I there? Although I've tried to back myself in my own mind in regards to like, all right, there's actually kind of a cool New Balance looking shoe. All right, if I have to for my, for working out, I'll do it. But yeah, I mean, there's some things like some status quo things that are just like those are old man things. You don't think so?
I don't. Like old.
You know who wore New Balances? Ray. Ray wore New Balances.
Whoa.
Exactly. For a lot of you who won't understand.
Yeah,
this,
nobody gets, but those few. Our six real listeners that know.
Our 6 Covians.
Yes.
Wouldn't know what I'm talking about.
Everyone else is completely. We just lost everybody.
We lost everybody.
Everybody.
But you understand now.
Yes.
Put it into perspective.
Oh man, I'm not there yet. I bought championship or champion shoes. I didn't know they made shoes. I knew they made like sweatshirts and stuff like that. But I bought some really nice shoes at the Goodwill. I still go to the Goodwill to buy whether it's workout clothes, because workout clothes is expensive, man. I was looking to see how much sweats were, and sweats are like $35. And I couldn't believe it. I'm like, these just to work out, for the privilege of working out, and I got to pay $35 just to look good in this. And whereas I go to the Goodwill and I can find those same sweats, granted used, for like $10. And I'm like, okay, that's much more of a reasonable price for that.
Yeah. Give them a wash, you're good to go.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Okay, so there's a few things that have been going on in my life that I wanted to talk to you about. One of them was, I don't know how to do this properly, but I had to open up an investigation. I actually was
you did. You called me.
I did. And for the people that are listening, so what happened was a couple of days ago, I received in the mail a Sonic toothbrush. And I had no clue what was going on. I was like, why did I get this? Did somebody send this to me? I don't remember buying this. And so I was like, I got to start calling people. Everybody was a suspect. Everybody. And I started calling people. I called David and Annabelle. I'm like, did you guys buy me an electric toothbrush? Because I have no records of this or whatever. And they said no. And David asked me whether or not this was a drunk purchase. And we all do drunk purchases from time to time. I buy drunk purchases, but it's usually like a cable that I'm like on the fence about buying, or some equipment that I might need that I might not. And I'm like, yeah, screw it. You know what I mean? Let's just try it out. And it wasn't. So I kept on calling around, and nobody has anything to do with this toothbrush. And I'm like, dude, it's really bothering me. Like maybe my credit has been compromised. What is going on? So I look at the package, and I'm just looking at the package for like literally 20 minutes. Like there has to be a clue. There has to be a clue somewhere. And so then I'm looking at the tracking number, and I'm like, you know what? Let me enter the tracking number in my email, and let's see what happens. You gotta any lead is a lead, So I get to putting the tracking number there, and I find a hit. I was like, okay, this is okay. The plot thickens, and I look, and sure enough, I had bought something. I bought a studio system for my laptop. So what this studio system does, it has a ring light and all these other amenities to hook up your laptop to. So, it's just essentially like a cool studio workstation, and there was the tracking number. And I was like, wait a second. This toothbrush is supposed to be my studio. What's going on here?
Was it inside that box?
No, it was the toothbrush. It was the toothbrush. So I'm like, what's going on here? Why is this tracking number the same as the toothbrush? So I sent an email to customer service, okay? And I'm going to read you all the responses that's going on with this.
Is this ongoing?
It's still ongoing. Okay. Now this started back when I ordered this back in January 2021, January 10th. Okay, this is when this all started to manifest. This is when I got the tracking number from this company. Okay, then a month later, I email them, hey, recently I ordered this a month ago and I've yet to receive any information. The tracking number doesn't work. Can you please help me? And then they go on to say, hey, dear customer, your package has been sent out. Please check your order information on this website and your tracking number, which is the same as the tracking number for the UPS. And the package is expected to be delivered 10 to 20 working days from now. You could see your order information on the website and track it in real time. If you have any other questions, please contact us. And so then I go and I click on the website, and it goes further down the rabbit hole. I'm like, so the website and tracking number you gave me, it says awaiting item. I have up to 20 days to receive this package, which is estimated to be February 17th. I will let you know if I receive it by then. And then a couple days later, or the next day, it says your package is on the way because it's an international transportation. It takes some time. The tracking number will update after a few days. Yada, yada, yada. Did I mention the lobster bisque? And then
I mentioned the bisque.
And then this is March. This was just recently, March 6th. I'm still waiting on this product that I bought in January. The tracking number you gave me, still not really doing anything. Can you look into this? Okay, next day. Dear customer, because there is a delay in the displaying of the tracking info on the website, your order is not available for the time being, even though the parcel has been on the way indeed. But don't worry, please. Just a few more days are needed for the website to update. Usually it takes 2 to 4 weeks. So it's already been 2 months. So now this is, so now this was the day on Wednesday when I finally get the package, and I realized that this was the order. It says, the package arrived and was not what I ordered. You sent me an electric toothbrush instead of my original order. Right? And then the customer service goes, could you please send us a picture of what you got? So I sent them the photo. of the toothbrush. Now, this is where it gets even crazier. Okay, this is where it pays off. Okay, it says, "Dear customer, we are sorry for the problem of the product. After our checking, we are sorry to find that it is the shippers who mistook the batch of products." Excuse me. Where was I? Hold on, let me drink some scotch with this.
Clear my throat.
Yes. Okay. So they're saying that the shippers mistook a batch of the products due to the hot sale reasons. So you received the wrong item.
The what? The hot sale?
Yeah, because this thing that I bought was super cool, and it was for $30. But it has a mic, like a mic stand to hold your mic, another stand to hold your laptop. It's just like, for what I would have been using it for, it made complete sense to buy this.
Okay.
But apparently it was so popular that I was that the shippers who took the batch of products due to the hot sale reasons, so they gave me the wrong item because I guess they ran out. I guess is what they're trying to say.
So they ran out of an item, so they just sent you something else, like, here, shut up.
Yeah. So we offer two solutions. We will give you a refund, or we can ship it to you, but please help us return the tracking number of the tracking goods and picture of the delivery receipt and the package after you return the item. We will arrange it based on your request after we've received it. So what they're basically saying is, regardless of what happens, if you want us to ship you that item, we're going to ship it to you, or we're going to give you a refund. However, we want our Sonic toothbrush back. Right? The second, it goes on, it is a cumbersome and exchanging process. As you can see, it is international trade, and we are sorry that we just can cover your returning fee that is not $8. We beg for your forgiveness for this case, since we also lost a lot for this terrible case. So essentially what they're saying is I have to pay the shipping to ship it
back to them to get your refund for the item you didn't get.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Now this is the second thing that they offer. They're like, how about we give you 40% refund as our compensation, and you keep the product, or you could just give it away, and we really hope to get your kind and understanding. Which solution do you choose? Waiting for a reply. So this is, if you're following along, they're saying, I can either get a refund, but the caveat to that is I have to send the Sonic toothbrush back, or I could keep the Sonic toothbrush, do whatever I want with it, and get 40% of my money back. 40% of $30 is maybe $11, $12.
$12.
Right? So now I didn't get what I wanted, and I got a Sonic toothbrush, and I have $12.
Is that the option you're going with?
Well, this is what I wrote. What would you go with, by the way?
Well, how much is a Sonic toothbrush worth?
I don't know. It's probably worth maybe $15.
Oh, so they didn't even send you something worth the money that you spent, and then they want you to fuck them. I would go, so would you prefer I place this on social media, on my podcast for your terrible service, as well as a Better Business Bureau? Because I would really like to know which option you would like to go with.
Well, I
want my money.
Yeah, well, luckily we're recording this, so I am going to send them this snippet that I am talking about them, because I wrote, I want my refund Also, I promised to send the product back once I receive my refund. You have really lost my trust. I have been awaiting this purchase for over 10 weeks now, and my heart was broken once I received the wrong order. I promise to send back the package once the money has been placed back into my account.
Yeah, because I'm like, I need that money back to be able to forward the shipping.
Yeah. Now, they responded back, I want you, if you want a full refund, that's okay, but you need to return the item to us. And the shipping fee need to be covered by you, which would be expensive. We have paid postage for this order and sent the items. Even if your item was returned, we will not receive it. We're just a small company that cannot afford such a large loss. A large loss of $30.
Well, as a company, if it was the shipper who fucked up, you have to get the money from the shipper, not me.
Yeah,
I'm the customer.
Yeah, exactly. And them saying that they're a small business and that this is hurting them, that's bullshit. This is not a good business. This company is not a good company, you know? And I put, I wrote, I swear to you, I will return your item. You have my word on this. But first give me my refund and I will return your item. Send me your address and it will be shipped upon my return of the money that I have given. Anytime I have ordered something online and it didn't fit or whatever, the company always sent me postage for return, no questions asked. I'm like, you are the very first company to have ever asked me to pay out of my own pocket to return an item, which was your mistake from sending me, by the way, back to you. But I'm a man of conviction and a man of my word. Once the amount has been refunded, I will ship it back. Then I get another email. If you want to send it back, send it to this address. And they gave me the address out in Beijing.
Oh, that's why they're like, oh, yeah, you got to get the money from Beijing, buddy. The song, I was looking up right now, the song toothbrushes, they're like $50. So you actually come out on top if you're really thinking about it. I know it's not what you want, but I would check the price first to see how much that toothbrush is actually worth. But I would report them to the Better Business Bureau because you guys fucked up and you want me to pay for the cost to return the item without paying me my money. So you're extorting me at this point.
Yeah.
It's costing me more money. It's costing me more money to get my money. Like how the fuck? Like this isn't some fucking Prince of Uganda.
Yeah.
Like send me $500 and I'll send you 5,000. Like no, that's not how this fucking works.
Yeah. So I look at the address that it was sent to, right, or sent from, right, and it's a New York address. Yeah. And I'm like, wait, you want me to send this item to Beijing, China, when it came from New York? You know, and so then I was like, okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna look up this address and see what people are saying, if anything's happened to this.
Is she?
Yeah, and I found out some more information. I found out that this address is used by a lot of scammers that are doing this. This is their whole idea, is you buy a product from these people and they ship you the wrong item on purpose just so that they can get their item back and not really pay you. So there's no way I'm getting my money back from these people. That $30 is gone. This is just their way of trying to scam me.
More money.
Extort more money and get a product back that they can ship out again. You know.
Yeah. We need that product back to try to fool somebody else, sir.
Yeah, exactly. And you know, anytime I bought anything online and something by accident was sent, there's only one other time where I got sent something and it didn't fit, and the people are like, "Just keep it, just keep it. We'll send you a new one. It's fine."
Yeah, that's most companies. Most companies would be like, "Oh, we'll pay for shipping, blah blah blah. We'll send you a packet. We'll send you like a package to send it back to us." But like, yeah, it's all scam. What company was this? Online?
Yes, this is. I'll tell you guys right now. This company to never work with. If I ever see these guys on Instagram or Facebook, I bought this from Facebook. This is a company that was on Facebook. It's called BBERTYWK. And that's
that right there. That really should have been your first clue.
Well,
your real name.
Yeah. So it was. I'm just really pissed that I was taken. You know, this was not a drunken purchase, but it was because I remember where I was when I bought this. I'd been drinking that day, and I was like, "This seems like a good idea to buy this stand." Meanwhile, I should have noticed something because there were no comments. Like on Facebook, on any ad or whatever, they allow comments, and there was no comments on this
service.
So I should have known. So I go to their website. They have a Facebook and Instagram page, right? That I'm like, oh, I'm gonna go on your Facebook and on your Instagram, and I'm just gonna let everybody know they don't exist. They deleted their Facebook and Instagram accounts.
Damn.
I'm like,
that's crazy. Sons of bitches.
Yeah, I'm like, damn it, you guys got me for $30.
Does the sonic toothbrush even work?
I haven't even tried that yet. I'm not even there yet.
I think I see if it even worked. Did you? Oh, you. That'd be even worse. Like, son of a bitch. Yeah, but you have to, if they're that kind of company, you have to make sure whatever payment method you use, they don't have access to anymore. Like, do they let them start charging you for shit?
Yeah. Luckily, I went through PayPal. So,
okay.
But they're smart because this transaction was so long ago, I can't dispute the charge. Right? Isn't there like there's a time window?
I don't know. I mean, you'd have to talk to PayPal.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to. I tried to go on PayPal, but it wouldn't show this transaction. I might go to Wells Fargo and be like, hey, can you get this money back because this is what happened, and I'll show them the emails, and I'm like, I think these guys are trying to jank me.
I was ready to jump on Instagram right now and check out their site and like, oh, you guys fucking suck. Yeah, it probably took so long for you to get the sonic toothbrush because they were waiting for them to get it from somebody else.
Yeah. This magical toothbrush that just keeps on giving them money. Yeah. Yeah, but the joke's on them. I'm keeping the toothbrush. I might
and
just
hopefully you get your $12 back.
Hopefully, maybe I'll just be like, you know what? Just give me the 40. Just give me the 40. Just give me something back. And screw it, we'll be done with it. But even then, they're still getting away with, at least $15 from me. And if they do that to me, and I'm one of 100, that's like $1,500 that they've already, scammed somebody out of.
So from here on in, whenever you see something on Facebook or Instagram, go see if it's on Amazon. Go see if you find something similar on Amazon.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, Amazon carries everything, so you might as well give it a shot, and then just key it in, like, laptop holder with mic stand, and I'm sure you're going to see, like, something that's similar.
Yeah. I don't want to buy anything from Amazon, because I'm like, Jeff Bezos already has enough money. He doesn't need my money, and I'm pretty good about not buying anything from Amazon.
Yeah, but you also got scammed, so.
Yeah, I did get scammed. You are my first time. My innocence has been stolen from me.
I have been bamboozled.
Yes, it's finally happened to me. So so just be aware, guys. Be aware of these scammers out there. And you know what kind of gets me a little bit even more mad? This is an Asian company, and I'm like, guys, right now is the best time to be like with great customer service, because here in America right now it's not going well for my Asian friends. I stand by you. But you guys, I'm like, you guys could be doing such good, community relations, with you and me, in our countries, but you're doing this and you're leaving such a bad taste in my mouth,
Two unrelated topics.
I know, but still, I'm like, come on, guys.
Not even close. Very close. Oh man, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry that you got a sonic toothbrush.
yeah. I'll check it out later today. And,
because I really want to see if it actually fucking works.
Yeah,
because if it doesn't work, I'm gonna laugh even harder. I'm sorry.
Should I hold? Maybe hold on. Let me.
Yeah. Go bring it on right now.
Yeah. We'll do a live test.
It's gonna be awesome. I can't wait. Oh man. I don't want it to work. Oh man.
Okay.
I'm like dying inside.
So here it is. Here's the box and everything. Let's open her up.
Is it a name brand company or is it just?
I have no idea because it's all written in
an Asian thing.
Yeah, whatever they call that.
I don't want to.
Yeah, I don't want to mess it up either. So, okay, here's the toothbrush. It is now unsheathed. Let me just check. Well, this is cool. You can take off the
head, yeah, because you're supposed to be able to replace it.
Yeah. Can't. Okay, here we go. Let's see if there's any. Oh, it needs a battery. I got batteries. I'll be right back.
Oh man. Amazing.
Okay, here we go. All right, it's working.
It's working.
But this is the thing about this toothbrush, right? It's just the body that's shaking. Like, how does that even correlate to like the brush? Oh wow, not bad. I mean, I don't know. Now I'm kind of like. I don't know. This could have been. I mean, I'm not saying this isn't a happy ending, but I mean, it's an ending.
I mean, I'm not gonna say it's worth $30, but
yeah, that is definitely not worth $30.
But when you get $12 and a toothbrush, it's better than nothing.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. When I ask
that was
him.
awesome, sir. I'm sorry. So, story I wanted to touch upon or go back to from our 100th episode. You know how you've been posting the snippets on our behalf.
Yes.
So I added it to my story, and somebody replied in regards to the Lady Gaga story.
Okay.
The Lady Gaga issue. So my friend Erica, who I used to work with back in the day, she replied The whole story is suspect. She got her dogs back and paid some random lady who found them 2 days later in downtown LA. Also, the dog walker was very well known in WeHo, as for you guys that don't know, that's West Hollywood, bragging about what and who he works for. Whole story seems shady. But apparently she did pay his medical bills. So, do you think it was an inside job? Do you think that he took the bullet just to be able to get money? Because, I mean, you randomly, like, who gives up the dogs? Like, I'd be running the undercover, like, oh, yeah, sure, I'll give you money for the dogs when you get your dogs. What happened? Why'd you steal my dogs? Why'd you shoot this guy? You know what I mean? Very made-for-TV movie drama right there.
It is, but at the same time, you know, if you're gonna get shot, you better make sure that bullet is gonna be aimed at a place where you're gonna survive. So, I think you're playing with way too many variables by saying that. You know, being shot kind of goes well with it being kind of a little bit of not an accident, but not planned.
Well, we don't have a story where he got shot, but I mean the fact that you are very open about the fact that you're a dog walker for Lady Gaga, you're putting it out there, you're asking for trouble, and then you get the dogs 2 days later from some random lady. You pay this lady what the reward was $500,000. Like that's. And I know we touched upon the whole dogs are expensive and the pure breeds, the whole thing. And we talked with it, but I was laughing because there was a response from our story, and I think sometimes we get more responses from the story than we do the actual post.
Yeah.
So, just wanted to bring that up. I thought it was shady myself when she brought that up. All that information, I go, yeah, that seems a little shady. And then we had discussed the whole. She paid for the medical bills of the dog walker, and Lady Gaga is not a billionaire. But you look at the whole Kylie Jenner thing where remember we were talking about that, where she was trying to raise a GoFundMe, and that bitch is almost a billionaire. I'm like, you can't pay $60,000 for your friend's medical procedure?
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Maybe now I know it would have been a suspect had they did not return the dog but gave him an electric toothbrush instead. You know, that might have been the
electric toothbrush for your troubles.
Yeah, the old electric toothbrush switcheroony. It's gonna be a new thing.
I'm sorry, giving that out as just like in stocking stuffers.
Yeah. Oh man. Yesterday I was partying after work with some of my regulars.
I knew it. You said you wouldn't, but I knew it.
I know, but it was so alluring. Because one of my regulars like, it's a no kids weekend. And I'm like, a no kids weekend? She's like, yeah, my kids are gone. She's like, we're drinking, we're partying. And I'm like, oh man, this is like Vegas. And so I love that concept of having a no kids weekend. You know, I'm like, every weekend for me is a no kids weekend. But, you know, for some people it was like such a magic treat for her, you know, not to have any kids around or anything like that. I was like, oh man, that's cool.
I mean, it was funny because I didn't always get to see my kids, so like those were my sober weekends because I didn't have my kids. So, you know, when I had my kids, it was like, nope, I'm concentrated. Like I don't need a drink. I'm just here chilling with my kids. That was always a good time because I never wanted to take them to like some party, you know, where they're playing off and I'm just like having a beer, and I don't want that to be the memories that they had.
Yeah,
so that's like the other side of it.
Yeah. I went to an 80s club last week.
Yes, I wanted the story.
Yes.
So what happened?
Okay, so I went out, and I don't know if we talked about this on the show or not. I don't think we did on last week's show with Marcus, but I was going to a 80s club. They were doing Spanish rock night on this particular night.
Did we discuss it on the show or after?
It might have been after the show.
Okay, because I knew I do remember me mentioning Senoras for you.
Yes. And the 80s club, like, it was cool, but once you said that, you kind of incepted me. Because that night, I was just looking around at all the people that were there. And there were a lot of older ladies. And I'm just like, oh no, has the 80s club become, for lack of a better term, the new shout? Which was or the hop, you know what I mean? Which was essentially clubs, with much older clientele.
Yes,
playing music for people to relive their youth through.
Yes,
and I was like, oh my god, all that are in here, like 90% were old. And I hate using that term, but they were much more mature women, as I would say.
But if you're saying mature women, like, what are we looking at here? You're in your 40s. Is mature like the lady was 50, or we're talking like
there were some 50-year-olds there. I want to say there might have been some 60-year-olds there.
All right. They need loving too.
Mature.
Mature.
And I
was
was
long in the tooth.
Yeah, but I was like, oh my god, like, have I reached that time in my life where mature women are going to be a thing? Like, this is.
Get yourself some New Balances, sir.
I know. That's it. Where are the New Balances? I got to do this. So the entire night, I'm like expecting Spanish rock. They play one song. One song does not make it a Spanish rock night. It makes it a Spanish rock moment. You know what I mean?
What was the song? Do you remember?
Yeah, it was that remake of the Morrissey song "There's a Light" that never goes out. You've heard the.
I've heard it. You've heard the.
Yeah. You've heard the you've heard the Spanish version. It's quite popular. And so I was like, oh man. And meanwhile, so I'm just like looking around, and the entire time I haven't left my table because I don't know what we're indoors. We got food, we got nachos and wings. But I wasn't getting up because I was like, what are the protocols? Like, what do I got to do? Like, how does this work? So I'm drinking, and finally I get the waitress, and I'm like, hey, I'm like, I got to tell you something. I'm like, it's been a year since I've been out to like a club or anything like that. So I don't know what to do. Like how does this work? How does it work here?
Were people dancing?
Yeah. She goes,
okay, it's a club, dude. It's just not-
But I don't know, dude. I mean, it's like COVID's happening. I'm like, am I only allowed to dance with somebody that I came with? Like, how does this, how does this work? And she's like, look, she's like, you can get up, you can walk around. She's like, if you want to mingle, go ahead and mingle. She's like, keep your mask on, but if it comes off, we're not really enforcing it, And I didn't know how to feel about that. Like, okay, cool, but you're not enforcing it. I'm like, but you're letting us all mingle with other people outside of our households. You know what I mean? And without masks.
You already took the risk once you entered
I
there. It's not like you're sitting in a bubble eating nachos. You're already exposed to everything.
I know, but I was like, but I was like really concerned. Like, I gotta actually talk to people outside of the boat. She's like, yeah. So it's like, all right, fuck it. I was like, oh, all right, But I'm like listening to the music and stuff. And across from me is a rather attractive lady.
Was she mature?
No, she was not mature. And she was just dancing there, just by herself. And at that moment, I got like a Sandlot flashback of a Squints looking at Wendy Peppercorn putting on her lotion, and I'm just like, there she is.
She's doing.
oiling and lotioning. I'm tired of it, right? And I had that moment. I'm like, I'm tired of just looking at this girl dance by herself. So I get up and I walk over to her. And I'm like, hey, look, I noticed that you're dancing by yourself. You know, you want to join me and we'll go dance together so, you know, you don't have to dance by yourself. And then she looks at me and goes, oh, I'm waiting for somebody. And I'm like, damn it. And so you come at that crossroads in your life of, well, I'm halfway between going back to the table or going to the dance floor. So I was like, I can't go back to the table. If I go back to the table, it's over. Like, you know what I mean?
Let's just go home.
Yeah, I might as well just go home. So I was like, fuck it, let me go to the dance floor. So then, you know, I just went to the dance floor and just was like looking around. And so finally, the band comes on. So there's a live band that's playing, and I'm like, all right, cool. I'm like, well, maybe this band is going to play some Spanish rock. They play a few Spanish rock songs, right? They play a Maná song, and then they play 2 Maná songs. And I'm like, okay. And then, you know, they did about a 45-minute set. And there was the majority, it was like half were English, half were Spanish rock. And so finally they reached the end of the night, and they're like, okay, that's going to do it for us. They're like, you know, what song should be our last song? A Maná song? And I scream, you played 2 Maná songs already. You know, like, you know, no mask because I had to get it out, you know. And I'm like, no. I'm like, I like Maná, but like, dude, like, over 3 songs is killing it.
You're a cover band.
Yeah, you might as well just be a Maná cover band. And I'm yelling, like, play some Caifanes, because I wear a Caifanes shirt, a Spanish rock band. Yeah. And they're like, what? More Maná? Okay. And I'm like, you bastards. Swindled yet again. They might as well give me another electric toothbrush. Like, here.
Here's your parting gift.
Yeah.
Help clean the wings out of your teeth. It's another toothbrush.
Yeah. I was like, you bastards. Oh, but it was very surreal. It was super, just like being out in a indoor space was super surreal. And just like trying to understand, because part of me was like, look, I don't want you guys to get closed down. Like, this is the first week everything's open, and you know, like I'm trying to play it safe for everybody and play by the rules, but nobody cared. Nobody cared.
No, most people don't care. You know, just because you're trying to be super cautious, even though you're indoors at a club where everybody's sweating and dancing. So you're in a senora club. You didn't eye anybody eyeing you. You didn't see some old lady looking at you like
no, right. No, nothing. And then this is even the worst part, where me and my buddy Juan sat. You know, they're like they're saying, oh, pick any table that you want, because we got there a little early. And lo and behold, my buddy Juan picks the classic table right next to the speaker. And so during the entire night, he's trying to talk to me, and I'm across from him. I'm like, dude, he's yelling at me, and I'm like, I can't even hear you. You picked you picked the table next to the fucking speaker. Like, who does that? You know, like by choice. Exactly. We know what this is going to entail. We know that our conversation is done for the night. That's it. We're not talking. So then we both had to pull out our phones, and then I just started texting him. We're just there texting each other. I'm just like, this is crazy. Like, we can't have a conversation because we're next to the PA, and we gotta text each other. Like, this is not this is why I'm not a club guy, you know? because of these instances. This is why I can't stand the club.
This was everything I wanted this story to be.
Was it really?
No, well, I mean, I would have preferred I was dancing with some older ladies, they were kind of frisky. I would have preferred that story.
I would have too.
But this is pretty good. Unfortunately, this seems more your forte of a story. Like all these different concepts of like, just you yelling no, like Caifanes.
Yeah.
Mana? All right.
Yeah. I'm like, you bastards. You bastards. I'm like, this was not Spanish rock night. It was, I was so mad.
Where was this club at?
In Fullerton. It's called That 80s Bar.
That 80s bar, yeah.
Yeah.
I've heard of it.
And the one thing that I was so pissed off about, I was pissed off at the band for a few reasons. One of them just that they're really a Mana cover band, but the other was they gave the excuse. They're like, yeah, tonight's our first night, performing. We really didn't do anything during COVID. And I was trying to tell them, you guys should have studied other songs like the Caifanes to learn during this time, like you didn't use your time wisely, if all you were playing is just the songs that you already had,
Yeah.
I was pissed about that.
I see. I should have worn my Mana shirt.
Yeah, I know. Had I known.
Oh, that is beautiful. That's beautiful. I don't have any cool stories like that because I don't go to 80s clubs or out anywhere.
Yeah, but you went to clubs though in your more capricious youth, I want to say, right?
You know what? My clubbing days were way past. I'm way past my clubbing days. Those ended when I was about 25, 26. I've been to a couple cougar bars, cougar clubs, with friends, because it was a fun thing. If anything, clubbing was more parties for people. I got to the point where I felt like I was too old to be at clubs, because then I would look like the person that I would look at, like, what are you doing here, old man? So I made a choice. 80s bars would be more my forte now because of my age, but ultimately, it's bars, more of a sit, drink, and talk with my friends type of thing now, as opposed to all the dancing or non-dancing that was going on.
Yeah. I'm not a bar guy. Not at all.
Not a club guy. You're a bar guy.
Oh, yeah. You're right. Yeah. I'm totally a bar guy, not a club guy. So I don't know. I don't know. I have to go out to these places though in order to meet women, whether they are mature or not. So
I would have liked you with a mature woman. I think I would have really liked that. Like, just somebody to take you into their bosom.
Come into my bosom. All right.
Yeah. Okay.
Sports. Anything?
Sports. What's going on in sports? Some trades in football. The draft is coming up in about a month. I'm excited for that. Free agency has been kind of crazy. Are you happy with what you guys done in free agency?
Yes.
The Chargers?
Yes, I'm very excited, very happy. It's a little weird though, because I see Drew Brees, when he left, he became successful. Once Phillip Rivers left and went to the Colts, he was successful, and so that really makes you try to think what's that key ingredient, because obviously these guys were good. It just didn't work out for the Chargers. So it makes you really think, is it the general manager? Is it the owner? Is that the curse of this team? Because I see Justin Herbert, and I am absolutely adoring him right now, and I'm pro, Justin Herbert. I think he's going to do very well, and I like this coach that we got, and the moves that everybody's making. They all just look great, but that's the Chargers. They always look great on paper, but there's always some weird thing that happens to them during the season. So do I have my hopes up? No. But am I excited? Yes. But I see that every season about the Chargers. You know what I mean? I'm excited. So we'll see what happens. We won't know until we get into the season. However, I did see that they added one more game to the game. So it's now like a
17-week season?
Yeah.
Or would have been 18 weeks because of the bye week?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't think I noticed that.
Yeah. They added one extra game, and I was like, how did that slip? So that's going to be an interesting. They said they did it because there's like all these tiebreakers and stuff that could happen. That's what like that extra game would be pretty much used for. So definitely interesting to see things unfold in the NFL, and they're allowing again more people back in stadiums. So it's going to be interesting to finally see people again in stadiums. I did watch the USA-Mexico soccer game.
Did you?
Yeah, and there was some fans in the stadium, so that looked cool. And I was with my mom's boyfriend, because he's big into soccer, and he was like, "Yeah, Mexico," and I'm like, I'm both, so. I'm rooting for both. I'm like, I'm hoping for a tie, and he was like, "Oh man!" So at the end, when Mexico won, I'm like, "Well, I won regardless." So, like it wasn't a bad game, But
yeah, it's where you start watching the game for what it is. Yeah, right now there's a lot of World Cup qualifying, so a lot of the nations are the countries are playing right now. Actually, they're playing today right now. There's a couple of those games going on right now. Hold on, let me get on my ESPN app. But real quick, the Browns have been making some good moves. They've moved towards the defense, which they needed, because that was the big thing. So Portugal is currently playing Serbia. Who else is playing? Belgium's playing the Czech Republic. Spain's playing Italy. Ooh, that should be a good game. Germany's losing to the Netherlands. Mexico is losing to Wales right now.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. They're losing Wales, Russia, and yeah. So there's Netherlands played Latvia. So yeah, there's a lot of soccer, international soccer going on right now. But Mexico is currently losing to Wales.
All right.
Wait. Hold on. What was that earlier? There's some preseason baseball going on right now, and let's just go. Come on. Oh, come on. Oh, you bastard! You want to give it to me? All right, whatever. But other than that, I mean, NBA season trade deadline just happened. Nothing too flashy. I think Miami made some good moves. There's a couple buyout contracts going out. Lakers are. Your Lakers are having some health issues right now. Their two-star players are hurt.
LeBron
is out right now with a high ankle sprain. Anthony Davis is out, I think, with Achilles, right? I don't know. Something with his legs. So they're relying on all the bench players. Should be interesting.
I mean, but if you're on the Lakers, I mean, you're pretty much like considered like one of the best players. Even their bench players, right?
I mean, you have role players. When you're on a team like that, you are a role player. You may be good enough to start on another team, but you fit the scheme of what they're doing right now. So they didn't make any real moves in the trading deadline where everybody else did. So that could hurt them. I don't think anybody in the West is a real issue for them. It's going to be all the teams from the East, like the Nets, who are trying to be the new Golden State Warriors, and then, like I said, Miami made a big push, getting Victor Oladipo or Pindo, I don't know how to pronounce his name, and then apparently they're going to get LaMarcus Aldridge from San Antonio because they bought his contract out.
Wow.
So the playoffs should get exciting. Yeah.
Cool. We are mere days away from baseball happening. Very excited for that. That's where I do the majority of my drinking, is watching baseball. This is that part of my life where I'm like, oh, this is where my drinking picks up. Because like when it's football, it's like, oh, only on Sundays, you know what I mean, to watch the game. But when it's baseball, that's when I go into a kind of a rotation of drinking. So I guess I'm happy about that. I don't know.
Your liver's not, but that's because there's so many more games.
Yeah. Yeah. I kind
God forbid there's a double header. You're like, oh, I'm going to be fucked up.
Yeah. There's my entire day. But the other thing, though, is I kid you not when I say I watch at least 95% of all Dodger games. There'll be, a game where I won't be able to watch just because it's, either early or something. Like it just happens that like I'll be at work and I'll miss that game. But for the most part, that's all I watch during this time. So my viewership of TV just declined. Well, it's still there, but I'm not really watching any shows or anything like that, which, is one of those weird moments because we just got that stimulus. The stimmy just happened, right? And
I haven't got mine yet.
No, well, I got mine, and every stimulus that I got, I was truly out there stimulating economies, if you will. And the first round, I was going to the cafe, I was eating there, supporting local businesses around here. The second time that we got it, I used the money to put a pickup in my guitar. So I turned my acoustic guitar into an acoustic electric guitar. So I was able to stimulate a local guitar shop company. So during this entire time, I've just been helping local businesses. But I was like, man, this $1,400, I'm rich. I'm like, I normally don't do this. However, I'm going to put some money into a bigger company. So I did it. I pulled the trigger and I bought Disney Plus. But the caveat to that is like, why am I buying this if I'm not going to be watching it because it's going to be all the Dodger games? Though, the Dodgers only take one day off a week, and that's usually turns into my TV day. I'm like, what TV can I catch up on? What can I do? But I did get it because it's now gone up in price, and that was the last day to get it at $6, and it went up $1. And I was like, screw it, I'll just buy a year. It's coming off the stimulation, the stimmy, so I'm like, I could finally catch up on all the shows everybody's been talking about. But the real reason why that I justified buying this was because Disney now owns the Muppets. And a fun fact about Jim Henson, his last dying wish was never allow the Muppets to be bought by Disney. So there's a very long, drawn-out way that Disney was able to buy the Muppets. And that was by acquiring companies that owned other companies that owned the Muppets. So that's how they were able to go around. Where they're like, well, we don't own the company, but we own the company that makes the Muppets or whatever. So, that's their way. But in 2015, there was a show called Muppets that was way ahead of its time that I'm telling everybody right now. If you have Disney Plus, do yourself a favor.
When they came to prime time?
Yes. Greatest show ever. It was shot documentary style, a la The Office, but the setting was in a 30 Rock atmosphere, which is all entertainment, which was set in a Larry Sanders Show environment as well. So it's a hybrid of all these three things. And it's really an astonishing feat that I think the Muppets did with this program. And there's this one, there's tons of moments on there. But there's one moment where, in the show, Fozzie's dating a girl. And this girl's a human. And so, he's talking to the cameras like, oh, yeah, tonight's the night that I'm meeting the parents for the first time. I'm a little nervous. Right? So then they cut to him meeting the parents with the girl. And you just see the family's look of like horrificness looking at Fozzie. And then they said something that I'm telling everybody was the most funniest thing of all, which was like, they're like, do you realize that you're a bear dating a human? And they're like, if you guys were to have kids, they would look like freaks. And it was just like not Muppet, but it was just like so like they're literally, talking about the elephant in the room that in no Muppet, genre they ever talked about Muppets dating humans. And, in that world, it's just normal. But in this one, it's just so far from being normal. I couldn't stop laughing. The humor is very adult oriented. I mean, it's still kid friendly, but it's really for grown-ups, the way they made this. And then there's another part where like Scooter is taking Elizabeth Banks around the studio lot because Miss Piggy doesn't want Elizabeth Banks to be on the show. So they're like, dude, you got to go keep her busy. So there Scooter is driving her around on a little golf cart. And he's like, look, there's a soundstage. That's where they make movies. And then Elizabeth Banks like, you realize I'm an actress. I've been on sound stages. And he goes, well, if you're an actress, you need to act like you're having a good time. And he's just like driving. And I'm just like, oh, my God. I'm not doing this justice, but like the comedy.
Because the first episode, I think, Miss Piggy and Kermit were broken up, and he was seeing his secretary who was a pig.
Yeah. And then he goes, you know what he says? He says, I have a type. Pigs.
Yeah, I'm sad that show didn't do better. I love that show. I just love the Muppets. I will always forever love Muppets. I grew up with them. The original show. Fucking Swedish Chef.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So
the movies, yeah. Oh.
Yeah. So now because of Disney Plus, I'm reliving all this Muppetdom. So it's before the Dodger season starts. So
so did you get a package where you can watch all the games?
No. Are you talking about the ESPN Plus?
Well, yeah, I mean, you got the stimmy. I thought you were gonna drop money to get baseball, like be able to watch every game from your phone or something.
Okay, so with that, I want to get the MLB app. However, because of the way MLB works, is that all the games that are local, meaning whether it's Angels or Dodgers, you have to wait until the game is over to watch the replay. You're not allowed to watch live anything live if it's local. Now, if like it's the A's playing, the Mariners, I could watch that. But I'm not an A's. I mean, I am an A's fan, but not a big fan. But I mean, I like them because I was an A in 1988. That was my little league baseball team. We were horrible. Horrible. Like this. Our team was inspired the Bad News Bears. They must have been. They must have came and watched our practice and saw that. We
was your coach drinking on the job?
Our coach Shoemaker. That's what his name. He was just an older man. Very very Walter Matthau-esque. He wasn't drinking, but he was a smoker, so he smoked a lot. That was his thing. And, he was just old school. He was just like an old school baseball guy. And we never won. We never won a game, and, it was insane. But anyway, and then of course everybody knows what happens in 1988. The A's go to the World Series and play the Dodgers, and I was on such the fence because I'm like, thinking like, what if, we're at some weird Nexus universe where however bad my A's were, that's how good these A's were. So we took all the bad and, that's why that they made it to the World Series because that's how bad we were. So they're making up for this in some weird world, So I was like, come on, A's, you got to win. You got to win because my A's sucked this year and this was my only year that I played baseball. Never again, And of course the A's lost, and I'm just like, of course you would do this to me, Of course you would do this to me, A's, but the Dodgers won. So it was just a weird moment in my life. I forgot where I'm going with this. So I was just.
It was if you were going to buy the Major League Network. No.
Oh, yes. So no. And the reason why I say this is because there is a workaround, which is you have to buy a secure VPN. And what a VPN is, it's just like a we all have an IP address that says this is where we're located, right? It's kind of like a GPS signal, in layman's terms, that says that where this computer or tablet or whatever is located. So if you buy a VPN, you can mask where you're at and say that, let's say you live in Kentucky. So if you live in Kentucky, that means you can watch as many Dodger games as you want live because they're out of your area.
Interesting.
Yeah, but you have to buy. So now you have to buy that, and then you have to buy a VPN. But I'm not sure if they can do that with a phone. I've been looking around because I'm willing to do that. However, I did find a place that I can watch all the Dodger games I want for free and hockey games for free. So if people are interested, let me know. Slide in the DM, and I'll let you. I'm not gonna say it on air because I don't want to burn them, just in case.
Yeah.
Our one listener is listening and decides to report this great information. So there is a way, but it's very 360 in order to do it. Yeah. Like you really have to know what you're doing in order to watch those games live. But I'm going to my brother's house in a couple of days. He knows how to do all that stuff. So I'm going to see if he can do that to my phone or whatnot. Because he has the MLB package. So I'm like, I'll just get his password. And then I'll be like, okay, now how do I do this with a VPN? And
I think you can. I've watched a couple of shows on YouTube, and they always talk about VPNs. And then, like, if you check it, it goes, oh, you can get up to, like, 5 devices on the VPN. So I actually think you can do it on your phone. Don't quote me, but yeah, I've seen a couple of places promoting the VPNs. I didn't really know what it was to do it. Plus, I don't really go online like that. I never felt the need to. But they're always like, if you use the VPN, you can watch Netflix from like UK, where you don't have movies here. You can find the movies there and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, very cool stuff. that you could do with those VPNs. So, yeah. If you guys know, if you guys want to help two guys out and you know a little bit about that, hit us up. drinks2wordsby@gmail.com. Dude, I'm still sipping on the Ron Burgundy scotch, and it's all right, man. It's all right.
Is it smoky?
It smells like leather-bound books and rich mahogany.
Better than Bigfoot's dick.
I don't know.
It's burning the nostril hairs.
99% of the time, it works 10% of the time, or something like that.
Yeah, those were some. Where did you get a grenade? I don't know.
You killed him with a trident. You know, it's like, what?
I killed him with a trident. Yeah, I wanted to talk to you about that. Thank you very much. I heard period brings bears. Do you hear that? Bears. Makes you want to watch it now.
Yeah, definitely. That's definitely next. I'm gonna watch it and drink the
Ron Burgundy scotch.
Yeah, the Ron Burgundy scotch, and that's gonna wrap it up for sports.
Wait. Last topic.
I said for sports.
Sports.
It's our sports segment. Sports. Now we're gonna do last call for topics. David.
So, news in Florida. I don't know if you saw this about the lady who super glued a boxing glove and then beat up a child.
No.
Her kid.
No.
It was just something I just found really hysterical. I don't know why you would have to super glue the glove to your hand, but then she went to the school and beat up the girl who was, I guess, bullying her child. This lady's like 32 years old. I don't have, from the short story that I have, I don't have all the details. I don't know the ages of the girls, but she legitimately went to the school to beat this girl. She super glued a glove. Only in Florida. And this is why you shouldn't open schools.
Yeah. Jeez.
I mean, I know you want to protect your child, and I know you want to, there's some things that you shouldn't do. There's some cuckoo, for Cocoa Puffs going on right there where you're going to do that. Please, parents, find better ways to teach your kids how to handle bullies, and or at least give the child the glove and let them box it out. You know what? Put a little ring together. Don't go to a school and start punching a child for any reason. I would go to certain extremes to protect my kids, but that's and beat up the parent. You fight the parent, something like that.
Yeah.
Even that's extreme because, again, I don't know the ages of the kids, but that was just something that came up. Could you see yourself protecting your child in that manner?
Yeah, when you have a kid or even a fish or a pet, you know what I mean? You get very territorial. And so, yeah, I can definitely
box the fish.
Yeah, what do you stop looking at my fish that way? You know what I mean?
Start dumping water. Oh, feel a little scared?
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, there was one time I would wait when I was in junior high. I would wait outside. Sometimes my mom would pick me up an hour after school or whatever. And I forgot what happened, but there was a buddy of mine that was waiting for me. And he playfully starts hitting me, and I'm just like, stop it. You know what I mean? And my mom rolls up and sees this, and she thinks that I'm getting jumped, and she just jumps out of the car and she grabs the kid and she's like, what the fuck are you doing? You know what I mean? And the kid's like, dude, we're just playing around. I'm like, Mom, we're just playing around, She's like, don't you touch my son. You know what I mean? I'm just like, oh my God, Mom. I'm so embarrassed.
Yeah, because at that point she's doing worse because now the story's going to get around and everybody's like, oh, so you get your mom to kick my butt?
I'm like, yes. Get your mom kick your mom's butt, your mom's butt.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was just a funny moment in my life that I'm just like, Mom, what are you doing? So, yeah, I've been the kid, you know what I mean? So I get it. You know, moms are moms are crazy. You put a kid in danger, moms are going to be the first ones to jump out there and like protect. So I get it. I get it. But I just don't understand why they would use the super glue. And what is this glue that everybody's using? Because the glue that I use sucks. Okay, like yeah, one of my boots is like falling apart, and all it needs is just glue to keep it together. And I'm like, I want that hair glue that girl used. I want that.
Really glue?
Yeah,
really glue.
I want that glue that was put in. Like, what glue is that? Ship me that because I want to test it out on my boots that their soles are coming out, and that's the only thing that would save them.
Maybe with the stimmy, you just get new boots, buddy.
I know, but this
Stimmy boots.
You're right. I should, but you know what? I went the other day to a hardware store just to go look at some glue because my porcelain sink is cracking, and I don't want to throw the porcelain sink away because I'm like, man, like that doesn't biodegrade. I'm like, let me see if I could at least save this. So I went to go look at glue, and they make porcelain glue to kind of for these particular scenarios. However, it's 24 hours, so it's been 24 hours about an hour ago. I haven't checked, but like I couldn't use that sink for anything for those 24 hours. So if I had dishes or whatever, I couldn't use it. It had to be dry the entire time. So I haven't been able to check it just yet, but that's next on my list right after we get off the show. Any last topics?
Not for me. I mean, I just found that story really funny and wanted to share with you since you've been sharing funny stories today. Some god awful ones. Hey, you know what you should do once the porcelain the sink is ready. You should brush your teeth.
Yeah, with a sonic toothbrush.
With a sonic toothbrush.
Just so it all comes full circle. You're absolutely right. Last topic that I'm going to talk about, then we'll get into the final cheers, is something kind of crazy. I was asked to be in a music video.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah. So that's shooting tomorrow. So it might be shooting tomorrow or next week. They're going to let me know today. And they told me because they said this. They're like, this is what they were looking for. They're like, we're looking for someone to act as a politician / world leader / classy rich, and we thought of you. And that's why. And I'm like, but how does one dress like a world leader, like a politician, like I'm rich? You know what I mean? Because I'm in shorts the like every day or in a sweat. Like I'm flattered that you guys think of me like that, but I don't dress like that, I guess.
Yeah, it would be a suit. You'd have to wear a suit. And like some sailor's hat, like the captain's hat. Like, are they providing this? Like,
no. I asked them. Yeah, I asked them, like, what's the wardrobe stitch like? They're like, oh, just come dressed in a suit or whatever you think that motif would be. And I'm just like, dude, I'm like, none of my clothes like fits. You know what I mean? And
you could also do you have what is it? Guayabera shirts? You know, the
yeah.
You have one of those?
Yeah.
Do you have some white pants?
No.
Oh, because I was saying you could do like the cocaine drug lord outfit.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? That's kind of dictatorish. You know, because I'm so comfortable in how I look.
Yeah.
I got money on the beach.
Yeah, I do need to find maybe I'll do this tonight or tomorrow. I need to find a cigar. Right? Like a big cigar to be just having to be like this with, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know if that's this week or next week, but I'm going to be in a music video. Have you ever been in like a music video or anything like that?
I have actually. I have been in a music video. I was one of our first guests, Panda. I was in his music video, and I played the the drunk, abusive stepfather in a video. So you hear me yelling in the background and stuff like that.
Wow.
Yeah. My video debut. Not my first acting debut. I did do a student film way back when. Like I was like, I think like 17, 18 years old. Where I was chasing this girl through like a hotel. Like she was trying to get away from me. It was like it was supposed to be like an apartment complex, I think. And it was the first time I'd ever smoked a cigarette, so I didn't know how to smoke. So when I have the cigarette here, the smoke is just getting in my eye, and you can kind of see my eye water.
Yeah.
And then the girl walks in, and I look up all like creepily, and I chase her through the hallway, and then down the stair, like in the staircase, and I trip and fall. So I had to do my own stunt. So yeah, and then the video ends with like me catching her in the elevator, and we start like making out.
Oh wow! I mean,
we look when we kiss, but we don't. Like,
what's the video called?
I forgot what that was. Like I said, it was a student film.
Oh, okay.
My brother's friend asked me to be in it. It was for class. They were going to, I think, LA Community College, the one that's like for film school. So yeah. So I've done a few things. I was also in a web series where I was a cook making sushi, but I rolled it like a blunt. So you see me like so I could wrap the sushi.
That's cool.
Yeah. Little acting creds.
Yeah.
I should start my IMDb.
Yeah. Let's do it. Let's do it. As I'm about to begin my IDB journey as well. And thank you guys so much for journeying with us. As always, anything that we talked about on the show is all fair game, so make sure to go ahead and email us, drinkstowardsby@gmail.com, and of course, our Instagram @drinkstowardsby. Go check us out there. You can slide in the DM. And if you can't remember all that, no worries. Just log on to drinkstowardsby.com. There you'll get all the info that you need. We are on Spotify. We are on YouTube. You can watch the show to check us out in a virtual form. Go ahead. But if you just want to hear us audioly, we are on so many streaming partners, whether it's iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, TuneIn Radio, and so much more. Even Amazon. We're on there too. So for those links, go ahead, log on to drinkstowardsby.com. That's it. That's going to wrap up the show. It's now time for the final cheers. David, who's your final cheers going out to?
Final cheers. You know, I didn't really think about this one this time, but with everything that's going on, cheers to people. I know people who. I don't want to go. You know what? Hold on. Sorry, guys. I didn't want to delve too much into that. It was a little personal for a couple people that I know, so I don't want to bring that up. So I'll just go with cheers to the vaccine getting pushed out. It seems as though I'll be eligible for mine come April 15th. So
all right.
I know some people have gotten it sooner, and people have kind of told me how to get it sooner. So I might be able to do that, but cheers to everybody who's vaccinated. Cheers to people getting vaccinated. Cheers to everybody who's rolling that out. It seems like the light at the end of the tunnel is coming through. We're gonna get to the other side of this. So cheers to everything getting back to normal.
Cool, definitely. I'm going to cheers to ideas, because somebody had the brilliant idea to actually make a Ron Burgundy scotch. You know, like that. Somebody was like, you know what? Why doesn't Ron Burgundy have a scotch? You know, if that's what he's all about, let's see what can happen. And I'm telling you, the marketability of this scotch is through the roof, because I saw it, I laughed, I looked at the price and said, you know what? I'll take that bet. I'll give it a shot. And this could be like my standard scotch that I drink now. It's good on price, and it's not that good, which is what I like. I'm not like chugging it down. You know what I mean? It's really making me not drink. So that to me is a good scotch. When I'm like, oh man, the taste is putrid. I want more. So cheers to those people with those, with those dreams, and that can make dreams like that come true. It did take somebody to think of that. So that's always cool. Well, guys, that's going to wrap it up. Until then, the bar is closed. David, kick them out.
You ain't got to go home, but you got to get up out of here. Later, guys.
Later.